Hunters are massively overpaying for this one rifle feature that really isn't making them any more accurate. And honestly, I'm guilty of it myself. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you're new here, my name is Steven, and we do nothing but shoot hunting rifles, talk about hunting rifles. So if that interests you, do me a favor, go hit that subscribe button. So what feature am I talking about? I'm not talking about the barrels. I'm not talking about the trigger. I'm not even talking about the cartridge. I'm talking about lightweight hunting rifles. If there's one fad out there, it is shaving ounces, and I'm not complaining about it. I do not like lugging a heavy rifle around the woods, but it seems like we're going to carbon fiber barrels, skeletonized everything, and just trying to create the lightest weight rifle possible, which again, I'm not complaining about. I like a lightweight rifle just as much as anybody else. Because in reality, lightweight rifles can be super valuable, especially if you're doing a lot of backcountry hunts. You know, you're backpacking in deep or you're in steep, nasty country. Every ounce counts. And so why not shave some off your rifle? And like I said, I'm not immune to this either. This right here is my lightest rifle. This is the Bergara Syma CF, and I love this rifle. It is so lightweight. It is going to be an absolute pleasure to hunt with later this year. I haven't hunted with it yet. That's why we're out here today. We're gonna shoot it a little bit more. We're gonna try some of the Norma Bond Strike and Barnes Harvest again. I just wanna put another group on paper just to see how this thing does. But it's no secret that the lighter a rifle, generally the more expensive it is. So this is the lightest rifle that I own. It's also the most expensive rifle that I own, and I think it's worth every penny. But to play devil's advocate, I also brought another rifle. Some of you may have seen this rifle on my video from last week. This is a Ruger American Gen 1 in a Magpul stock. I bought this on sale Black Friday for $350. Put a real cheap scope on it, and this is the cheapest and also the heaviest rifle that I own because of that bull barrel. But we're gonna shoot this one today too. Now you give me the option, I'm probably gonna take a lightweight rifle just about every time. That's just because generally when I'm hunting, it seems like I'm hiking way more than I intended to. Now just because a rifle's super lightweight doesn't mean it's necessarily gonna be more accurate or less accurate than another rifle that's heavier. But sometimes these lighter rifles can struggle, especially when paired with bigger cartridges, which is why I'm kind of happy I got this rifle in 6.5 PRC. The recoil is next to nothing, but with how light it is, even with the best recoil pad in a bigger cartridge like 300 Win Mag, a 300 PRC, you'd probably feel it. Well, we can't shoot without a target, so let's go put this up real quick. I just think we're paying all this extra money for the carbon fiber stock, carbon fiber barrel, skeletonized everything. We're getting these custom rifles made, shaving every possible ounce, when again, they can be a lot harder to shoot, especially for those that don't get a lot of trigger time. Now, I won't shy away from giving my opinion on a specific cartridge here on this channel, but I am definitely not one to tell someone what cartridge they should or shouldn't buy. In fact, I consider myself an equal opportunity employer when it comes to owning as many cartridges and rifles as one can. I also realize not everyone's budgets are the same, which is kind of why I wanted to make this video. This lightweight craze doesn't always necessarily mean you're getting a more accurate or a better rifle. It just means it's lighter to carry around. Having a lightweight rifle also doesn't mean it's going to automatically be harder to shoot or shoot poorly, which I hope to demonstrate with this gun right now. Because last time I was shooting it, this Bergara was shooting very well, having only 10 shots down the pipe. Let's go see what that looks like. Now, if you can afford an ultra lightweight rifle, by all means, do it. I think they're well worth the money. And if your rifle's anything like this Bergara, it's probably gonna shoot pretty good. Here's our group. This was our point of aim, and then the 3 shots. Not too bad. Let's shoot one more quick group and then we'll move to the other rifle. Let's go check that group out. Doesn't look too bad either. Now, again, do lightweight rifles automatically mean they're going to be less accurate? No, just means they're going to have generally a little more recoil and they're going to be a little less stable. They don't settle as good as a heavier rifle will. Now, I swore last time this gun liked the Barnes and didn't like the Norma. Today it seems to be switched because this is probably the best group I've shot out of this gun so far. Now, our point of aim was right here. This is our 3-round group. So definitely a very different point of impact. We were aiming for here, down to the left, but that is a very good 3-round group. If I'm going to be getting groups like that, I think I'll probably be sticking with the Norma out of this rifle. Now, are lightweight rifles worth the money? Absolutely. They just make mistakes a little harder to hide. And honestly, it all comes down to the kind of hunting you're doing. This rifle right here, I'm going to be taking on a backpack Coues deer hunt, miles in, steep country. I cannot wait to have this strapped to my back because I'm hardly even going to notice it. I may even take it on a spring bear hunt, haven't decided yet, but overall, love how light this rifle is. Compare that to this heavy thing with the bull barrel, a bigger scope on it, just weighs a ton. I would hate to carry this around for miles on end. I really just kind of bought this to be a range toy. Maybe I'll take it back east and hunt hogs or something with it, but this thing is just as much fun to shoot. I still do not have a bipod for this rifle. That's all right. It was kind of just an impulse buy anyway. We'll make this work. Let's see what kind of group we can get. Now, if that group looks like I think it does, I got a sneaking suspicion it performed just as good as the Bergara with the same exact ammo, actually. And like I expected, about the same as the Bergara, probably an inch group. And you got to remember, I'm not doing this rifle any favors, shooting it off the back of my truck without a bipod, but overall, pretty happy. There's our 3-shot group. Definitely need to move it over if this is the ammo I'm gonna stick with. So as you can see, pretty similar performance between the cheap rifle and the expensive one. Now, I could get into the fit and finish of both of these rifles, which is drastically different, but I don't want to. The point I'm trying to make is just because you have a super lightweight rifle and you spend all this money on it, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to perform better or worse than other rifles. And I guess it kind of goes back to the video I made last week where I talked about picking the cartridge depending on your situation and your needs. You could also say the same thing about the weight of your rifle. If you're going to be backpacking for miles on end in the backcountry, ounces count. If you're walking 100 yards, couple hundred yards into a deer stand, something like this is just fine. But this is where I want to hear from you guys. What is the ideal weight for a hunting rifle? What is your hunting rifle weighing in at? What do you like to keep it at? How much do you allocate? Especially if you're the type of guy that is hiking for miles on end in the backcountry. How much weight are you taking? Let me know down below in the comments. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video, for subscribing to the channel, for everything that you do. The channel's been exploding. I can't say it enough. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Stay tuned. I got a lot of exciting stuff planned for the rest of this year. A lot of new rifles coming, a lot of cool projects. So if you're not already, go subscribe. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks so much. We'll catch you in the next one.